Welcome to part 6, everyone, and I am still gathering items for my quest. So right now I'm going to get another very important item. What you want to do right here is burrow into this Deku flower and fly over this fence. You'll just barely make it. And the Deku Scrub Playground, well, do what the sign says and fall down the hole. And you do have to be a Deku Scrub to enter this area. So we just come underground to this big room and we see some platforms with rupees on it. Basically, you talk to one of the business scrubs and they'll offer you a chance to play a game for 10 rupees. Accept, and what you have to do is basically go into the flower and play. And of course, there is a time limit. If you beat a certain time, as in minute 15 here, you'll get a prize. So you just burrow into the ground and just position yourself, and off we go. So for today, though, for day 1's platforming, they're just moving up and down. And what I do here is I just wait until the platforms are a little high enough until you can successfully launch to get some good enough distance. Also, a little hint. Just keep an eye on the shadow below Link, because if you see the little black dot over the platforms, just go ahead and drop. And all you're doing here is just collecting 6 rupees, and one of them is blue, and blue is worth 5 rupees. So this game shouldn't be too much of a challenge. All you gotta do is just be patient, don't rush things, even though does say minute 15. You can do it in just under a minute, just a little over a minute actually, and basically just keep your cool. And that's that. And you win a purple rupee, which of course is 50 rupees worth. And of course you can also keep the rupees that you collect during the game, so that's always swell. And day 2, the game for day 2 will be a bit different. I can see this time the platforms are rotating around the room, so it's a little more challenging. And of course the scrubs will remember you. And of course, again, they have to say, of course there is another time limit to how fast you have to beat the limit, and this time it's, well, again, a minute 15 seconds. So once again, burrow into the ground. And just wait, and I'd wait until the platform on the left comes a little closer, then just launch, then head on over, and then drop. Now, what you do here in this kind of setting is you just launch and hover. Just hover, folks, because as long as you hover, you can fly. You can just hover a little longer than you can fly, and when the platform reaches under you, just drop down to it. That's easy. Now, I did this all in one, not like I did this all my first time, because, well, I've been playing this game a lot in my youth. I mean, I'm old now, but I remember how to do it. Also, it's really not hard to figure out what you know what to do, and yeah, you just take your time. You got plenty of time. When you think a minute is quick, it's really not. So, see, I just beat it in a minute. And of course, for winning this game, you get another 50 rupees. Joy. Yeah. Alright. Here's the final day now. And, oh boy. Yeah, on the third and final day, the Deku Scrub Playground is a combination of both turning platforms and platforms going up and down. As you can see here, the outer platforms are turning, the middle platforms are moving up and down, and the ones in the center are turning around. So, yeah, they decided to throw a little challenge at us this time. What I do is I talk to the right one this time, in my opinion. Of course, they have to pay him the money, and yeah, and what they say, folks, pretty much if you fall on the floor at any time during any of these games, it's over. There's no contest. So what I do here, again, just wait until one of the ones turning is coming a little closer around here. Then you just launch and just head on over. And again, for the ones that are just turning around, you just pop up, hover for a bit until the other one comes to you, and then you just drop down on it. Like so. And the good thing about being inside a Deku Flower is you can turn around your position so you can properly face a certain way when you launch, like here. So it shouldn't be too hard to it. And you shouldn't have too much difficulty being this one. I mean, they say it's not really challenging. All you gotta do is just found it, and yeah! And for winning all 3 games in a row and being their times, well, they get frustrated and upset, and we get a heart piece! Hooray! And of course, every time you appear to them now, they see you and it says, "It's Link, hide!" So, I immediately go back in time afterwards, because afterwards you'll never have to do this again. And if you do, and you have to do the games in all 3 in one cycle, or else it'll all be for naught. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm actually trying to leave town. I couldn't before as a Deku Scrub, but let's try now as a human. And, of course, he sees that I have weapons. I have a sword. And he calls me an adult. Thank you. I'm not much a child, so yeah. So now we can leave town. Termina Field. Oh, the background music. Oh, yes, I miss this theme. Yes, this theme is the classic Zelda theme, the overworld theme, appearing in numerous games. Oh, how I missed you. You should have been in Ocarina of Time. It pumps you up. It really sets you on an adventure. This bird thing here is called a Takurai. And basically what they do is, if they bump into you, they can steal your stuff. I mean, steal items like rupees, bombs, whatnot. But if you strike him, he becomes, well, you steal stuff from him. Like you saw a moment ago, I just got a rupee. And let's go down this way, which is called Milk Road. So, let's see what's down this way. Let's go right here, folks. And, hey, an owl statue identical to the one in Clock Town. I wonder if there's a significance. Oh, that right there is a pink fairy. Now, unlike my partner Tattle here, for those who don't know, a pink fairy has 2 uses. One, if you're injured, you touch it and it can heal you. And 2, if you're in some kind of dungeon and have it captured, if you have the pink fairy captured in some kind of item, like a carrying item, if you happen to lose all your hearts and die, the pink fairy will immediately pop up and revive you. And that'll be important as you go through the harder areas of the game, like dungeons and bosses. So that's always fun. My. Who's that guy floating above us? Why? It's Tingle. Floating around the field. Yeah, gotta shoot him down to get his attention every time. And we'll be seeing Tingle all around the land. And, well, basically to get his attention every single time, you have to shoot him down by either the Deku bubbles, or we'll get something else to shoot him down with. That's Human Link. And of course, if you go back in time, well, you have to go through this dialogue again. Joy. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough money on me to buy one of his maps this time, so I have to decline. Oh well. Why would I want to steal your words? They're lame. Alright, let's continue down Milk Road. And what is this big old boulder doing here? And why is there only one guy working on it? Jeez! So I can't go further up to Romani Ranch? That's lame. Well, there's nothing else to do here. Can't believe there's this big boulder, and again, only one guy's working on it. I mean, should you at least have help? There's plenty of people in Clocktown that can help break a boulder. Jeez. Anyway, at nighttime, come back to Termina Field and go to the northern section where, as you can see, it's all snowy and cold and stuff. What you want to do here is jump over here to where this mushroom is. Yeah, we have giant mushroom things. Yeah, look at that. It's weird. This place is weird. So anywho, you just want to jump over here to this one right here, the one with the stone circles, because on the first, well, at nighttime, something will appear in between those circles, and we're going to want to get something from this something. So, yeah. Oh, encasing what those sounds were. Those are enemies digging in the snow, and, well, I don't want to bother with them at this time. But we'll get some more as soon as we explore the northern area to a little more detail. As you can see here, I didn't want to bore you, so I decided to play the inverted Song of Time to speed time back up a little. You know, I want to take this time to explain that, well, of this item screen. As you can see here, we have a screen for items. Here's a screen for the masks that we can select. With all this mask, we can get a lot more. And here's the quest status screen that contains our shield, our sword, our bomb bag, and those musical notes. Those are all the songs we've learned, and we can always click here to remind you what notes we have. And there are the hearts, pieces of heart, and the bomber's notebook. Here is a map, and as you can see, the cloud areas are areas that we have that, unless we buy Tingle's maps, we don't know what those areas look like. So that's always important. Also, a thing I like to explain about the 3-day cycle, each day is different. I mean, the first day of the cycle is all happy and cheery and stuff, and everything's all joyous. The second day is a little more dreary, but that's because, of course, it's raining and this moon's getting a little bit closer. And then the third day, well, it's getting a little more desperate since the moon is very close and there are earthquakes starting. Yeah, so basically each day is different, and I like the variety. I like it. It makes things more exciting. So, I'm going to show you the Bomber's Notebook a bit. See what it actually entails. And as you can see here, it has a picture of a certain person we help. And the mask represents, well, we got a mask for them. And the ribbon on the very right means we have completed them. We've helped them at a certain time, and as you can see, we can only help like certain people at a certain time, like the lady with the blast mask at day 1, the Guru only on nights 1 and 2. So yeah, there's a schedule to keep up, and well, in the next video, we'll help someone else. So until then, see you later.